Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Morocco. So before we start playing today, I would like to ask you guys for suggestions for the next Let's Play. This Let's Play definitely isn't over yet, but it probably won't take that long to finish this one. I guess it's like 4, maybe 5 episodes. So it's time to start thinking about the next Let's Play. As usual, I'm open to suggestions, but for the next Let's Play, I would really like to play aggressively again. It's nice to do this pacifist Let's Play from time to time, change things a bit, focus on the diplomacy, focus on the micromanaging of development of the cities, things like that. But doing this like twice in a row would probably get quite boring. So let's think about something aggressive. There were already some suggestions like go authority Brasilia or go like aggressive Egypt. I personally was thinking about like science snowball with Assyria, but it's on like first few ideas, and I know that always when I ask you guys for suggestions there are so many good ideas. So let's see what we can come up with this time. If you want to see something, let me know. Of course I won't be able to like do everything, but I'm pretty sure we can, in the end, agree on something interesting that we will do. So that's that, and now we can return to this Let's Play. I had some time to think about what I'm trying to do, and also there was a suggestion that maybe I should check solar plants. Because I was, for some reason, convinced that solar plants needed aluminum, and they don't, which is huge. We have 4 cities that can build solar plants, so let's focus on that. It's +5 flat, and then 50% production, which is massive. And we're gonna need the production in the end for the spaceship parts. I probably won't be able to get all the spaceship parts in our capital. I think at least the boosters will have to be built in one of our, or in some of our secondary cities. So let's boost the production there, and we'll see how much production we'll be able to get. Right now here we have, for example, 200 compared to 500 in our capital. Yeah, we definitely could use some boost in those cities. So what I was thinking, switch to solar plant in our capital. At some point I'll still build recycling centers, but they can wait. So that's the solar plant, and I think we still need the police station, but if we get the solar plant first, it will speed up the police station. So I will pay for the solar plant. I'm not super happy about spending money on buildings at this point. I would much rather save for some more units. But those solar plants are so good, it's probably worth it. So pay for these 2, we can build this one without paying. We can't get one in Tangier, and Fez is currently working on Sydney Opera House. I was thinking about boosting the Opera House, at least pay for some production, but we currently don't have any competition for it, and I'm hoping that the AIs will be entering information era through like maybe communications or satellites. That's usually what they do, they enter through one of the tags in the middle. So I'm hoping we have enough time to finish the Sydney Opera House without any investments. So that's the plan currently, and of course we want to avoid all the wars and get all the good wonders. That's like the big goal. Get the CN Tower, then get the Hubble, and also after that we want to get the CERN. CERN is one of the really broken wonders, but well, it's one of the last things you get in the game, so I actually think it's, although it's broken, it's fine considering how late in the game you get it. Okay, let's end the turn. Oh, by the way, where is our Zeppelin? Here. How are we doing? 620 for stealing. I think we can steal some more. We really could use the money, especially now when I paid for those solar plants. Okay, unit need orders. Why do you need orders? Because I wanted to repair these tiles. you question. Think about just removing the ship. I mean, I could get 60 gold if I send it home first, but it's on the other side of the world. Might be just better to get rid of it right here. I won't be upgrading the ship. And I may even get rid of this one. But this one can at least hide in the city, so maybe for now I can keep it. Okay, keep going. Oh, forgot about our Zeppelin, but I don't think there was any exposed trade routes available. Also, in 4 turns, our agents should flip some of the city-states back. That's when we finish rigging elections. Oh, and I'm not sure. The game might have just crashed. Hopefully it didn't, but did something very weird. And it's again Indonesia causing problems. I had this problem before. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the game. That's one of the problems that I'm experiencing with the game. If I go into the like really late game, the game for some reason becomes extremely unstable. Sometimes I can't like get all the way to the future techs because the game just falls apart before that. But I'm still hoping you'll be able to finish this because we didn't go wide. I'm hoping that the game will be able to hold it together. Pakal made peace and Fes is growing. So what can we do with all these citizens? Get more production. Sydney Opera House down to 20 turns. It's bad. Okay. Now, let's go back. I noticed the caravan that I definitely want to get rid of. Get more. See anything? It's quite a few units. There is a caravan on this side. Damn, this is a mess. And there are 2 more caravans, 3 more caravans, 4 more caravans. Okay, there are some things, or there are some trade routes that we are still interested in. Let's check again the next turn. We have 2600. With 2600, we can buy another bomber. Okay, next. Nope. Not selling my votes. This World Congress will be quite bad for us. I'll have to probably vote against Assyria. So we'll get a negative modifier. But I'm hoping that we will be able to propose something in the next World Congress. And that should give us some positive modifiers. So hopefully we'll be able to balance things out that way. And what is this? Okay, this is not important. Construction project from Singapore. These are often interesting. What do they want? Agribusinesses. Well, that's not gonna happen. Never mind. Constabulary finished. So what we gonna do here? I think the recycling center. 25 turns is a really long time, but kinda need it. We could grab the caravanserai quickly. Just 1 turn. And probably chanceries now are quite good. Let's actually go for that. 1, 2. Anything else that we can quickly grab? Don't care about Zeus anymore, so then we go for the recycling center. Wind plants need aluminum, right? It wouldn't be even that amazing. Okay, you can fortify and start repairing those tiles. Can we get another bomber? Can. Good. So it's 5. I'll probably get 6. And then we will wait for radar and see how expensive the promotions to heavy bombers are. Then we decide what we're gonna do. If we just gonna upgrade these units, or if we're gonna upgrade them and get some more, because I have to also start saving up money for later. So I don't think I'll be able to just build all the spaceship parts. I may have to buy some, and they're really expensive. So I'll have to be careful how I invest my resources. I really have to start planning long term. No, I don't want to attack anyone. I really want to grab those caravans. Damn it. No, I can't move this way. Well, I can move this way. That might be the best option. Where we won't be blocked by anyone and we'll have pretty good vision. Let's see if we can steal these two. Wait. And how are we doing? Go. How is our capital doing? 6 turns to finish that solar plant. Yeah, I'll have to wait for that before I start working on the CN tower. I think the production is a bit more important than the CN tower now. It's not an amazing wonder for us. The population is still nice and there are some other bonuses. But it's mainly like a tourism wonder. But the most important thing is that we take this away from William, because I think with CN Tower, William might be able to get the cultural victory. So I will have to basically waste some production on it. Oh, this is a nice opportunity. I'm really sorry for this. This feels so bad. But we need the money. I probably should get out of here now, because I can imagine that Pakal will be mad after this. So let's just get out of here. I'm already really pushing my luck with so many 100 caravans. Okay, how are we doing here? Maybe just want to work something with a decent production. Like, this doesn't look too bad. A little bit of food. Very nice production. Would there be any difference? Still 7 turns to grow. So, okay, the mine might actually be better. Oh, 45. Okay, I definitely want one more bomber, so let's get that. So that should easily protect us from anything that Darius may still try, although he's losing now pretty hard against Indonesia, so I don't think Darius will be a problem in this game anymore. I want to save for the machine gun upgrades now. Oh, and do I really want to research ballistics? I think I may even delay the CN tower and get it after Hubble. I want a robotics. Let me think about it. Let's play one turn. I want to see what we get after the great artist. How long will it take to get another engineer? I mean engineer, scientist. Part of failure proposal. Whatever. Actually, I don't think I voted against or for his proposal. What is he complaining about? There we go. We rigged election probably everywhere. There is the great artist, and in 7 turns we get the scientist. So maybe I can just wait for the scientist. Then in 7 turns, pop him, finish the robotics, and start working on the Hubble right away. Social policies. What do we get next? I think next we want to get... I was thinking about worker faculties. To be honest, with all the scientists and free tags that we should get, I don't think that the 10% extra science means basically anything. I think it will be a lot more important getting communism. Get the discount for purchasing buildings, and 20% production for world wonders will be relevant still. So change of plans here a little bit. Then the next one will be finally the great leap forward, and the last relevant social policy in this game will be the spaceflight pioneers. The Iron Curtain could be still worth like getting, but I don't think we have enough culture to get 2 tier 3 tenets. Okay, this works. We will get the next social policy after communism with the Sydney Opera House. There should be pretty good timing. We might be able to get like satellites and internet for free. Ideally, it would be like internet and nanotechnology if I can line it up properly, but I'm not sure I'll be able to do that. We'll see about that. We'll have some scientists for free. I'll just play for a while. We can check in a few turns. A great person, and someone wants nutmeg. Who wants nutmeg here? Listen, you should have a lot for 8 gold per turn. There we go. And also another citizen. Can we get more production? We're in 45 turns. That's a long time. Oh, that's, I think, because I'm not sending food to the city anymore. How are we doing on a scientist? 67 on the writer, 114. Thinking is it worth working the writer slots at this point? I'm thinking about switching full production. Would it be possible? Work the factory maybe? Saves us one turn. Yeah, I'll just try to get one more citizen. Okay, 45. And who needs orders? Here. Yep, that looks pretty good. 25, 14, 28. That's exceptionally good trade route. Here we have the artist, so we'll just make our golden age a little bit longer. There we go, 34. I think now we don't have to worry about golden ages anymore. We will have golden age until the end of the game. Maybe I'll wait for one more artist. Thinking if I should stop working on artist in the capital. I don't have anything better to work. How long would it take to get the artist? 85 turns. I still need to work some culture. I could instead work like 1, 2. Still be a significant loss. Remember, we have all the percentage modifiers in the capital. So the end result, not working these 3 specialist slots, would be a significant loss in culture. Probably have to keep it. If I had like a really good production tiles with food, let's say, or with science, I would switch, but we don't have that. Let's work the culture. Okay. Next, I think. Start working on a farm. I know that this farm is not finished yet, but this guy will finish the farm. Kill of the King Day. So now you'll grow in 23 turns. That's much better. We'll need aluminum for spaceship factories. Well, we have enough for now. Build those spaceship factories. But we definitely need recycling centers anywhere. I mean, everywhere. Okay, you will move. Upper ended, that's fine. Go. How long until the next Congress? 7 turns. I hope we get to the Congress before we again lose all the alliances. Darius is plotting against me. Yeah, that's fine. How many alliances do we have, by the way? So we are friendly with all the city-states and allied with more than half of them. That looks pretty good. On oil, nope. Now we get our social policy finally. William completed prorag, good for him. I don't think I want the copper from you again. Yeah, give me the farm. Okay. And we again lost the city-state. You know what? It's getting on my nerves. I'll just burn the diplomat on that. Especially because it's Pakal who's getting the alliance, and we definitely don't want Pakal to have any help. Completed Prora. Social policy, we already know that. Let's get the communism. Gonna make any change on the Sydney Opera House. We are on 14 turns. It should make a difference. 12 turns, well, 2 turns is still something. How much would I have to pay for the recycle? Well, that's a nice price. Does it make the wonder cheap? It makes the wonder cheaper by like 700 gold. But no, I think we can finish it without the investment. Turns for robotics. Let me see, how does it look like in the CN Tower in 5 turns? Are you kidding me? Eleven. Don't need any of these buildings. If I go CN Tower, then I would like to finish the recycling center. I may have to pay for the recycling center in the capital so that I get better timings after that. 12 turns. In 12 turns, get next social policy, and that will be 2 free tags. I have to now get the scientists and basically rush 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags. Oh, this could be tricky. Let me check again. No, this doesn't say anything about spaceship factories. Damn it. They're from Pakal. Important. Well, I don't have a choice. I have to buy a scientist. Just checking if all our units are upgraded. About the caravel. How expensive is it? Oh, it's actually less than 600 gold. We can probably afford to do that. Go. The game is doing really weird things now. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera or not, but I'm so nervous that it's just gonna crash and we won't be able to finish this. Okay. We get William entered. I'll make era. No, I don't want your sugar. It's not yet. His treaty with Darius expired. I think he is pretty busy with Indonesia. I even want to ask Indonesia if they are willing to peace out. And we could pay for the peace. That's important that we know this. I'll still wait. I don't think he can take any more cities like right now. But when we see those cities about to fall, I'll just make sure they peace out, that Indonesia doesn't get another city. That could be a problem then. Atomic era is fine. There we go. Robotics finished. And we want this whole line all the way to satellites. And Terrence for the Sydney Opera House. I hope I won't have the faith to buy another scientist. Never mind. Get the battleship. And one melee ship. We are broke again. Could maybe visit Mongolia and get some money from them. Where is the Zeppelin? Up here. Yeah, I got a job for you. Can't go back? Is that? Don't have open borders? Ooh. Oh, we need embassy. Wait. No, we can't get embassy. We are not getting anything from him. I could visit Japan. Could have open borders with him. Don't have any negative modifiers for stealing from him. Listen, this is probably cargo ship that he sent to me. I can't pillage that, but we can check what's here. I just need like 3 trade routes. Then I'll let him be, but we need a little bit of extra gold. Marrakesh. Let's get as much production as possible. Next. I hope that I didn't miss anyone entering information era. It will probably be just Pakal. No one else is even close. Where is he? And he's still in atomic era. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the Sydney Opera House. You want plastics? I don't think I want to sell you anything. No. If we had more money, I might consider that. But I don't care about his resources. Darius declared on Japan. Oh, that was an aggressive move. There is the CN Tower. Where's tourism? 904. Find this. And how does it look like here? Are they still fighting? Oh, he's a vassal of Indonesia now. I think it will be fine. Should be friends. Just that the order modifier should guarantee or almost guarantee peace until the end of the game. And now no one can bribe Darius to attack us again. This might actually like guarantee a stability on our continent. And we just have to somehow convince Indonesia to focus on Pakal and William. Listen, can I just convince you? Attack someone, but Pakal. Nope, not yet. Oh, we'll see in a few turns. Now we have the extra people from the CN Tower. Fine, this is a bad tile, but it's like decent production, culture, gold with a little bit of food, so we'll still grow in 22 turns. Definitely better. Actually, it's 30 turns. No difference on the recycling center though. No, this is our best option right now, I think. Okay, let's work this tile, wait until we get the extra population, and then I think I'll switch to a couple of engineer slots. Doing here. I think it'll work. The last Casbah. And for our capital, we're running out of decent tiles. Well, definitely don't want to work the incense. Just production, production, production. Okay, Historic events, don't really care. Don't care about Netherlands. Oh, come on, dude. Pillage those trade routes before he peaced out, seems. And where is the scientist? Okay.
Men like bullets go farthest when they are smoothest.
Some promotions here. These two are relevant. Nothing else. Cargo ship. This one was... Oh, Panama wants trade route. Where is Panama? 500 influence behind. What would be the reward? 155. Actually, why not? Are allied with Prague. Yeah, let's try it. We might be able to flip Panama. We really work on it. And protection. Okay, so we do have the solar plant. I'm working on the spaceship factories. Thinking if I should get the recycling center first. But recycling centers just give the aluminum, no production, nothing. So the spaceship factory first might be better. Question is, do we want to pay for them? Is there anything else that we want here? Wouldn't mind the police station. But other than that, what we really need, the spaceship factory, recycling center, and police station and broadcast tower would be nice. But must have are just these two. Maybe you don't have to pay for it. Let's just wait. Here. Want to switch. We'll finish. And what are you doing? You are building the recycling center. Well, you can finish the recycling center. It's just 4 turns. Although. Now, let's get the spaceship factory first. Where is our pirate? Okay, so this is going to us. Need to find some cargo ships. Are not going to our cities. Go. Akal declared on Mongolia. Good, that'll keep him busy. Mongolia, how does it look like with their alliances? Defensive pact with Assyria. Oh, really? Does it mean that Assyria just declared on Pakal as well? At war with the Maya. Yep. Good. This is like the perfect situation if this continent just keeps fighting until the end of the game and there'll be peace on our side. Like that. Like, if on this hill, or this... Can we go... here for the vision? Need to know where the caravans are. There is one caravan here. There's another one down here, so we can maybe wait until the caravan comes. And there might be like Mongolia trading with Japan, and we might be able to catch some of their caravans as well, or even Mayan caravan. Who has chocolate? Syria and Kabul. Syria, how much do you want for your chocolate? Too much. I think now our capital is fine. We are size 38. We are working all the specialists that we need. We are working like almost all the good tiles around our capital. I don't think we have to worry about this too much. We'll be also getting a great merchant in 4 turns, so that will give us Will of the King Day everywhere. We don't have to invest into chocolate. Wait. How are we doing? 9 turns. And how are we doing with the research? That's important. We'll finish the nuclear fission, and then we need 12 turns to get satellites. And this is 9 turns. I think I'll wait until the Sydney Opera House is 1 turn away from completion, and won't finish it until I finish satellites, to make sure the free tax that we get will be internet and nanotechnology, that we get really almost the maximum out of it. Go. Still no one is in information era. Okay, caravans. Take this one. Cargo ships. Can't do anything with this one that's going to us, but here we have one that we might be able to catch next turn. Wait. And there is Congress. How many votes do we have? 10. Pretty good. Sure. Don't want spaceflight regulations. May still pass though, because now we are ahead and we may already look like a threat. Once again, what is it? I hope that nothing passes in this. How are we doing? We have 5,600. The free money that we are now getting, I'm gonna boost those spaceship factories. It's a pretty significant, not just production boost, but it's a science boost. I think this is worth it. Also, it's some extra flat science that help us with or to speed up those stacks so that we get satellites faster. Go. How are spies doing? 12 turns. Okay, everything failed. Great. No one cared about it. Actually, the world feels pretty strongly about United Nations. Indonesia wants diplomatic victory. They're pretty far from achieving it, but they're thinking about it and the world doesn't like it. Interesting. And then we have just us voting against the spaceflight regulations. So we are not considered a real threat at this point. But that will change soon. I'll take that. Come on, no one is trading with Japan. I was hoping that at least some caravans will go to one of these cities. There's one caravan here. You might be able to catch. And let's try this cargo ship. Okay. City converted. Oh, we still have the profit. Okay. Solve that. Don't really have that many options left. I guess the production from the mine will have to do. And we can propose something. I think we still want to do or achieve the same thing as the last time. Get rid of scholars and residents so that it's more difficult for everyone to catch up with us. And they'll make 3 people happy. Yeah, ideal proposal. I hope during the next session we'll finally be able to get rid of it. Next. Yep. You voted against his proposal in this session, but get something that he likes, so hopefully that negates the negative modifier. You're giving me gold. Well, I'll accept the free luxury. Very troubling, don't care about you. Declare war on Mongolia. No, I'm not fighting anyone. Assyria declared on Japan. This could be the end of Japan. Let's try to steal as much as possible from him before he disappears. Netherlands denounced us, not a big surprise. And there is our nuclear fission. So at this point, I should build the Apollo program somewhere. Military base. I may have to build 2 military bases, maybe even more than 2 military bases. We have time for that. Also, this reminds me, I should probably upgrade some units. How much oil do we have? I think it's more important to get the range unit upgrades first, maybe the coastal ones. Before this ended, listen. I want that back. Let's move the prophet to Casablanca. He'll be more visible here. 45. What's this trade route? Check Kabul. No, no one wants trade routes. Fine. Then go back there. I think Japan just lost all the trade routes. Okay, fine, the Zeppelin can probably go home now. Or actually, wait. Can get rid of this caravan. I can't steal any like Mongolian caravans in Japanese territory. I can steal some in Assyrian territory. 1, 2, maybe even more. Wait. Go. I think if I can get some extra science so that I wouldn't have to slow down the Sydney Opera House, but I can't think of anything. I will take that. Should be one more coming soon. You will move... Doesn't really matter where, just the closest city-state so that we can reset our cities. Come on, move. Right. Finish the first round of upgrades first before we start upgrading to bazookas. Far away are we from a writer? Just curious. Artist, diplomat, engineer, one writer here. 5 turns. Well, that's a long time. Probably won't be getting any more writers in this game. And there it is. Let's wait. And wait here. This one was Assyria, 28. Yeah, it's not a bad trade route, that's for sure. 17. This is actually a worse one. Okay, we want to keep trading with Assyria, I see. Go. Still checking Pakal regularly, make sure, or making sure that he didn't enter information era without me noticing. We are losing allies, it seems, pretty quickly. I think we lost 2. But our spies are working relentlessly. In 8 turns, we should get all our alliances back. City converted. We have solution prepared. Can go back. He can go back as well. Oh, where is that caravan? Pretty sure I'm going the wrong way. Oh. I will find it at some point. Oh, and there are some ships I might be interested in. What's the modifier at this point? 820. Let's get it to 1000 and then we'll just move away. But this ability is so broken for the late game. Okay, recycling center in our capital is done. Now we want the Hubble. Can I finish the Hubble? Fast enough to speed the satellites? No. Thinking if I want to pay for the Hubble or not. Just 10 turns. I definitely want to save this engineer. So the only option would be to pay, save 2 turns. That's not worth it. I'll just build it. No one can steal it from us. That is pretty obvious. I'll just have to delay the Sydney Opera House by 6 turns. I don't see any other solution. Okay, 45. Want incense? Well, it's yours for 6 gold per turn. Almaty captured by the Maya. I think Almaty was just liberated. Yep. Potentially another ally for us. Although, actually 150 isn't that much. Still forgetting that I can just enter these mountains and have perfect vision. How much money do we have? 4,600. Some tanks. How expensive is it? 1,000. Fine. And yeah, radar will have to wait. I'm really curious how much will be the upgrades. Proper bombers. Pakal just entered information era. How? 15,890, 15,890. 20. 20. I'm pretty sure he entered through satellites. These two are cheaper because we own them. And this one we don't have, but it's cheaper. So that means someone just got it. And that someone is Pakal. He'll probably steal the Apollo program from us. That means stealing a great scientist and the Golden Age, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Oh, come on. Don't send trade routes to me. Well, I think I'll make a cut here. This episode is already quite long. Or maybe what we can do is just upgrade some more units. And get 2 more. I was hoping we would get the Great Leap Forward in this episode, but it's taking a bit longer than expected. So I'll get it next time together with the Hubble. How are we doing on the next World Congress, by the way? 11 turns and we get our alliances back in 7. So that's a pretty good timing. That works well. Unless there is something unexpected, like the whole world declaring war on us for no reason. Well, I can see like Pakal declaring on us, but other than that, I don't think that anyone else would. And we have like defenses from both sides. We have defense on this side, Indonesia, and on the other side, Syria, that we will, in the worst case scenario, try to drag into the war. So yeah, as I said, this episode is over. As usual, I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.